full 737 flight. It's a career mode flight, but I mean, use this as you will, as a tutorial, as just watching for fun. I mean, I like making these videos for you guys. I think a lot of people have trouble with the 737 from what I've seen, so let's get into it, guys. Alright, engine quick start. And let's initialize the flight. Open up my EFB, we'll go see what the flight plan looks like. Flight level 260, we're gonna set that in. And request catering, there we go. Alright, 0 fuel weight. Alright, setting all my initialization here. And 1 limit for takeoff. I usually like to derate a little bit because there's no need for so much engine power on takeoff. Got a long runway. We'll set flaps 15 for takeoff, and center of gravity is set. They tell us to set our trim to 3. Let's go look at what our trim is at right now. It's already at 3. I like to put it up a little bit. 3's a bit low, I find. I like to set it to 5. So that's set. We only have 2 waypoints, it looks like. RNAV, let's see if our flight plan got sent. Oh, don't forget that. And we're going to request IFR clearance while we're waiting here.
Alpha Bravo 6510 ready to copy IFR clearance to Nice.
Engines are turning on.
Swag India Alpha Bravo 6510 is cleared to Nice Airport.
They told us to maintain flight level 280.
X-ray departure expect runway 24 or maintain FL 280. Departure frequency is 119er. 45 squawk 5064.
Alright, let's read back. So, we're cleared via that departure. We'll check what our departure looks like after. Let's get fasten seatbelt sign on. No smoking. Luggage. I turn on our lights here. Alright, so we got clear to contact ground, we got our clearance, gonna turn our lights on. I'm gonna check if my route is sent, it should be. See if it's the same one, Nildu, Natag, and we got the arrival via that, beautiful. And what about our departure? What does our departure look like? Vectors, so we're just gonna take vectors off and put Nildu directly, there we go. You know, usually you'd put vectors, but it's, I mean, the ATC here doesn't really vector you. They just tell you you're cleared for that, so. Alright, we're waiting for the passengers to board while we're doing that. We already set our FMC. Let's set that to rejected takeoff. Let's go look at our, just so I know my takeoff speeds. So we're taking off, rotating at about 131 knots. Alright. And what I like to do is go look at my departure charts here. So open my EFB. And let's go look at our departure. Oh, we don't have a departure chart. So it's probably just a straight out type of departure. Nothing too crazy. Alright. So yeah, guys, you always want to set up your EFB before you start your flight. If you send route to avionics from here, it should do it automatically. Yeah, so there's Nildu, there's Neteg, and then we're flying that approach into Nice, Côte d'Azur. Alright, let's get ready for taxi. So let's look at where we are on the airport here. At the airport. Alright, so we are right there, kind of on the north side of the airport, and we're going to be taking off. He said runway 24, so yeah, 24, is that 24 right? Yeah, 24 right there. So it doesn't look like we're gonna have to taxi too much. Let's open up our taxi chart, join, let's look at that. 24 right, this one. Yeah, so we're parked somewhere right up here, one of these gates. So we're probably gonna be told to taxi via this taxiway or this one, and then all the way Tango 2, Tango 1, runway 24 right. Yeah, so unfortunately I gotta wait for all these passengers to board. 2,500 feet per minute. Set our takeoff speed. Hold around 200 knots after takeoff. And let me just test autopilot here. Boop, boop. And there's the autopilot. Alright. Beautiful. We are fully loaded and pushing back.
Hey, Captain. Tobar okay?
Alright, let's go look at our taxi charts. We know just about which taxiways we have to take. Unfortunately, I mean, sometimes taxiways don't line up with what you're expecting.
You're clear to start engines.
Yep, engines have already started, so we are fine. So we should stop our taxi soon. Yep. Request pushback stop.
Barcelona ground swag India Alpha Bravo 6510, requesting the end of pushback.
And there we go. Pushback finished.
10, request to end pushback received.
And technically we already got our taxi clearance, so we don't need to request for it again. So if I understood my taxi clearance well, we just have to get to this taxiway and then taxi all the way down. So let's do that and get the engines going a little bit. Now, one thing I always do, I can't taxi over 25 knots, because then I get problems. You hold short, mister. You're gonna run into my engine. Alright. So if you're just watching now, if you're just joining, we set up the EFB, we set up the FMC, everything is set up. And we are taxiing the runway 24 right here in somewhere in Spain. It's not a, forgot what this airport's called. I'll get that information for you shortly here. What's this? There it is, El Prat. El Lima Echo Bravo Lima in Spain, El Prat, and we're going to Nice, Côte d'Azur. We're currently on Zulu time, so it's morning time in Spain. And here we are, just taxiing to the runway all the way down via Tango 1. They said Tango 1 is the furthest, is it the furthest one, or is it, let's look at the chart here again. I'm looking at the ground charts here just to see, so they told us to hold short at Tango 1, which is right up here. Tango 1. Yep. Alright. Cool. Let's keep going. So we're looking for our taxi speed to be just under 25 knots here. We're at 22. I don't want to go over, or else my airline, whatever, score goes down. And we're crossing the runway. I should turn traffic on. I think there's I turned it off for what's this called? Career mode, because it was a little bit laggy, but now that it's better, should be fine. Alright, so there we are, taxiing. As you can see, my autopilot's already all configured. If you look at my screen right in front of me here, we've got heading select and vertical speed ready to go. So once I engage autopilot, we're just going to be flying runway heading, and we're going to be climbing at 2,500 feet per minute. Oh, I almost passed that 25. We got close. Alright, getting close to the runway. Landing lights are going to come on here. We set our auto brakes to RTO, rejected takeoff already. We didn't set our flaps. Let's do that. 1, 2, 5, 10, 15. Alright. We're going to set flaps 15 for departure. And let's get up here to the hold short line. We can actually see it. I'd prefer not to see it, honestly, just to get, more realistic. I don't know how to turn it off, but because you can display your taxi ribbon just like that. I have my binding for it if ever I get lost, but the hold short, it's like it just stays even when you turn the rest off. So here we are, gonna hold short. We are at runway 24 right, and we're gonna stop right here at the hold short and contact tower for departure. Request takeoff clearance.
Barcelona Tower Swag India Alpha Bravo 6510 ready for IFR departure runway 24R. Swag India Alpha Bravo 6510 QNH 1010. Clear for takeoff runway 24R.
1010, and we're gonna acknowledge takeoff clearance. Hello, acknowledge. Why is it not acknowledging? What? Acknowledge takeoff clearance. Alright, there we go. And he said altimeter was 1010, so there we go. 1010, altimeter set. And let's get this takeoff going. Rotate speed is 131 knots, as we saw earlier in the setup with the FMC. Unfortunately, there's no callouts on the 737. I don't know if they're gonna add that or if it's me, user error. Maybe there's a button that I'm not pressing for the V1. Usually my co-pilot's supposed to do it, but he's useless. He just sits there and does nothing. Alright, we're lined up. Flaps are set. Rejected takeoff is set. Flaps are set. Autopilot is configured. And let's push the engines up. And they're stable. And let's get to our N1 speed here. Alright, pushing down on the yoke. We're looking for 131 knots at rotation speed. That's 100 knots. 120 knots. And rotating. Alright, and positive rate, gear up. Alright, flying up. Pull the speed down a little bit.
Swag India Alpha Bravo 6510 contact.
Autopilot's on. I put flaps up a little bit. Alright, so we're flying heading select, vertical speed. We're going to contact departures here.
45 Swag India Alpha Bravo 6510.
And we're going to keep climbing a little bit.
6510 is at 1,300 feet, climbing FL 280.
So we're going to clear the mountains out here before... Now, you know what? Let's turn left and we'll go by the water. Alright, making a left turn now. About 90 degrees. We're gonna just clear the airport. So, what did they tell us? QNH 1011, radar contact continues. So let's fix our QNH 1011. And we'll put the flaps up here. And we'll push the speed up a little bit, 220 knots. Put my vertical speed down a little, let us speed up. Alright. Got that nice sunrise view on takeoff. There's our airport. And let's start turning left towards our waypoint. Unfortunately, there's no departure procedure. We're supposed to be getting vectors, but they never... That's one thing that they could add with ATC here. They never actually vector you. Like, they don't. That would, you know, that would be fun. Turn this heading, that heading, and then, you know, cleared to this waypoint as filed. Something like that. Alright, so let's turn our heading towards our waypoint here, or at least to intercept. So, uh-oh, game lagged. Alright, we're back. So, turning our heading towards the waypoint, and we're gonna turn lateral navigation on. I don't mess with VNav on this game. It just doesn't work well, no matter what you set up here. At least in my time playing, even on 2020, it wasn't for this plane. I mean, I'm sure the PMDG airplanes, you know, fly VNav perfectly, but yeah, no, the generic 737 from the game does not fly well on VNav. So turning taxi lights off, and landing lights are going to come off at 10,000 feet. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We got our takeoff. We have our heading set here, but our course is, our track is different. Our track is 52 and our heading is 45, so we have that. We have this crosswind pushing us, pretty strong crosswind actually. And we are currently climbing to flight level 280 and flying to Nildu. I think I can climb a little bit faster. And once we get through 10,000 feet, we're gonna get our engines, push our speed up a little bit. Yeah, we're not even our full engine power, so here we are crossing through 10,000 feet. Gonna start going a bit faster, and landing lights coming off. Roger, passing 10,000 feet. If you guys are wondering why it's a woman's voice, don't ask me, but ever since the update, every time I had a male co-pilot, he has a woman's voice, and every time I have a woman co-pilot, you guessed it, she has a male voice. So, yeah, a little glitch on the game. And a pretty simple takeoff procedure, guys. And on our approach, I'm actually going to put the brightness back up, because I can barely see now. And here we are, so we're coming in this way into land. We are descending to 3,000 feet. And I'm currently trying to slow us down. Let's add some drag. Let's put some speed brakes, as we're having a trouble trying to descend and slow down at the same time. They told us to maintain below 200 knots, so I'm going to try to descend. We at least want to be below 2,000. Did they give us an altimeter? We just crossed out of Squawk code, blah blah blah, squawk. They didn't give me an altimeter yet, I don't think. So, we'll keep it as standard, but... Yep, so I have to play around with the FMC now because we have a whole bunch of discontinuities. So we're gonna delete that. We're gonna delete this. We're gonna delete vectors. Let's just go direct to SOTOX. How about that? Boom. Alright, there we go. We've got that direct to SOTOX. LNAV on. And how high do we have to be at SOTOX? 5,800 feet. And then, alright. So we're out of 5,000 now, so I'm going to put the spoilers, or sorry, 250 knots. I think I can put some flaps down now. I can, so let's put our flaps to 2. I don't know why they want me to acknowledge approach. I already did, so we're just gonna pretend that's not there. And slowly put our spoilers back and armed. And I think I can set flaps 5 now, can't I? Yes, I can. Flaps 5. And ATC told us to hold 200 knots, so we're gonna do that, even though FMC says 240. So we're just looking to descend 3,000. It's not an ILS approach today, it's an RNAV approach, so we're just gonna be looking at our waypoints and kind of going with that. We're gonna kind of be manually setting our altitudes and our waypoints, going through the clouds here. They don't put any extra turbulence for clouds, which they should. Ooh, looks like bad weather. Alright, let's put the range down. So that's what our... Wait, what? That's the approach? Oh gosh. I didn't realize that it was such a... Okay, that's gonna be fun.
Swag India Alpha Bravo 6510, contact approach on 130. 8 tree.
Alright, told us to contact approach, so at least now we're gonna get an altimeter.
130. 8 tree Swag India Alpha Bravo 6510.
Let's tune approach, contact them, see what the altimeter is here.
6510 is at 11,400 feet, descending 3,000 feet.
Swag India Alpha Bravo 6510, approach QNH 1001, radar contact, continue to IM 22.
1001. Alright.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Passing 10,000, let's set landing lights on and seat belts. I hadn't turned them off, but I'm gonna turn them back on. Give them a little chime. Alright, so yeah, this is gonna be a crazy little approach. I didn't realize that's what the approach, we didn't have the approach chart, unfortunately. We only had like our RNAV chart. Let's go to the ground chart, see what we're looking. We're landing 22 left, I think was our, yeah, 22 left. And yeah, we want to go down the whole length of the runway. I think this in meters here, so yeah, we're gonna set auto brakes to 1. We don't need a lot of braking. So we are still descending now. Are we gonna make our speed? I think we will. Gonna descend a little quicker here and put in flaps 10. The ATC's being a little wonky here, so if ever something weird happens, oh gosh, of course they're gonna make me land in all these fucking clouds, and well, I have no visual, and it's not an ILS approach, so it's not like I can. Is that? Wow, that's gonna be a crazy little approach. I mean, it's gonna be fun. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna be great. So I'm just looking at my altitudes here. Mike November 904. We want to be at 1,100 feet at Mike November 104. Okay. Alright, yeah, there's the terrain, so I guess that's why they give you this type of approach here. I'm gonna slow down, just get my reaction time a little better here.
Swag India Alpha Bravo 6510, you are 16 miles southeast of Nice. Contact Nice Tower on 12 tree. 15 when inbound.
Alright, contacting Nice Tower. Approach clear.
Tower on 12 tree. 15 Swag India Alpha Bravo 6510.
So let's contact Tower and
Nice
see
Tower,
what they
Swag
say.
India Alpha Bravo 6510. 15 miles southeast inbound Renav Zulu runway 22L approach.
Look at that approach, that's
Alpha Bravo
crazy.
6510 Nice Tower. QNH 1000 cleared Renav Zulu runway.
QNH
22L approach.
1000. So we're cleared for the approach, so let's get our
Cleared
speed
Renav
down to
Zulu
1,000.
runway, 22L approach Swag India Alpha Bravo
1,100
6510.
feet. We can vertical speed up a little bit. We don't need to be descending this fast. So we're looking to be at 1,100 feet at, I'll show you guys here in a second. Let me set my flaps down another notch. Flaps 15 at 200, so we're fine. So yeah, we're looking to be at Mike November 905 right there. If we look at our FMC, we want to be at, we want to be at 495 at that waypoint. Okay, so 495. So we're gonna set 500, which is pretty much 4, and we are gonna make sure that we're gonna be making that altitude there. So we're gonna put our gear down now that we're at 2,500 here. Gear down, and let's start slowing down also. We want to fly this a little bit more of a visual approach more than anything. I'm gonna put our flaps down to 30, and I'm gonna look at my landing speeds here. 40 and 138 is our landing speed. So we're looking for a visual. I think I see airport over here. And let's descend a little bit slower. Looks like we're gonna be ahead of our mark. Again, we want to be at Mike November 905, and we want to be at 500 feet at that point. So it looks like we're good there. So at flaps 40, 166, so I need to be below 166 to set my flaps to 40. I'm gonna go down to 160 now. Nice little exciting approach for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I didn't even know we were gonna be flying this type of approach into Nice. I didn't know that was that, but yeah, you got mountains in front of the runway here, so can't really do much about it. So 2,000. Alright, so I'm gonna put vertical speed up a little even more. We don't need to be descending this quickly. And gonna set flaps full. We're looking for 138 on the landing. Slowing to 155. So our flaps are full. And I'm looking for that runway. I think I see airport over here, so we're gonna keep flying it in more visual. We're gonna let it still bring us in. We're gonna let the LNAV bring us in, but gotta keep an eye on the instruments here and on everything. What a nice little fun approach. Let's hope I can make a nice landing for you guys. I'll do my best. Slow us down a little bit more. 150 knots. Alright. So it looks like we're gonna be at just about that. Go down a little bit faster here, keeping an eye on that airport over there to my left. We didn't get landing. Oh, we did get landing clearance, and I didn't hear.
Cleared to land runway 22 L Swag India Alpha Bravo 65. 6510.
Alright, there we go. Accepted that landing clearance. Alright, looking at the runway over there. Alright, so we're about to make this left turn here. Yeah, so we're below the glide slope, it's fine. We're a little bit low. Look, plane's gonna make the left turn on its own, and we're gonna take auto throttle off. Alright, I'm controlling the speed now. And we're gonna be expecting a left turn here very soon. Alright, left turn, I see runway. Runway's in sight. And we're gonna turn autopilot off here very soon. Let the autopilot bring us in nicely, and once we get the visual, we're gonna land. Alright, autopilot's off. I see runway 22 left here. And poppies are looking good, a little bit high.
500. 400. 300.
Right, still a bit high. Looking for 138 on the landing.
200. 100. Approaching minimums. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And we're just gonna let it float. Oh yeah, I like that one. Reverse thrusting. And reverser's full. Not too shabby of a landing. I will take that every day. And reversing. Reverser's off. And we'll turn taxiway right here.
Exit runway when able.
Spoilers up. That was fun. Haven't had a nice little difficult landing like that in a while. And let's put our flaps up. And stop at the hold short, and we'll get taxiing.
On 121, 705.
121705.
Going to 121, 705 swag, India Alpha Bravo 6510.
Alright. Stopping here. And we're going to request parking. Taxi to the gates.
Nice ground swag, India Alpha Bravo 6510 taxi to the gate.
Swag India Alpha Bravo 6510 taxi to gate 52 Charlie using taxiway cross runway 4L.
Using taxiway cross runway 4L. Okay. And they said gate 52. Airport parking chart. Gate 52. Which one's gate 52? Oh my gosh. 52. There it is. 52A. So we gotta cross the runway and let's see if we could find this this parking spot, guys. They told us to cross runway 4 left and then get to that spot. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, guys, for that landing. That was fun. Decent landing here in Nice. Wasn't expecting that that type of landing. I forgot that this airport was one of those, kind of like the one in Portugal, Funchal. Oh, there's our parking spot. Cool. They kind of show us it, so we don't have to worry about the taxiing. At least we don't have to worry about finding the gate. Oh, I didn't want that. Let me freaking push my engine. There we go. Nice little flight. Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you use it as a tutorial or just as a just fun video to watch. I know a lot of you use it as tutorial. Fly the 737. It's not always clear. And let's taxi over to gate 52 here. 54 Bravo. That's cool. So we'd kind of have the idea. What does that say? 54 Alpha. And 52 Charlie. Here we are in Nice, Côte d'Azur. Okay, I want to see what my pilot score is at the end here. Stay tuned. See what my score is. See if I did good. Let's stop right here at the parking stand. Parking brakes and shut down. Engines off. Seatbelts off. Ending lights. And welcome to Nice.